Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So this is Winnie. In today's video, y'all, we'll be taking a look at some fully funded PhD programs in social work. If you're ready, I am. Let's go. University we'll be taking a look at is Boston College. So like you can see on the screen, exactly at it. So it says PhD applicants are fully funded with a doctoral fellowship valued at more than $200,000 over the course of 4 years. It says this includes tuition, an annual living stipend, health insurance, and conference support. You get it? Full funding. All right, let's go take a look now. So this is just their School of Social Work. Maybe we should go first to the application process, or maybe apply to the PhD program is what we should have clicked on. So yeah, apply to the PhD program. So it says we seek doctoral students from a variety of personal, educational, and professional backgrounds to join our community. It says applicants are supported throughout the application process with dedicated staff fielding any questions and concerns. All right, so it lists out a little bit about some of the stuff you need to apply. So they have like an applications and deadlines, they have a resume, they also need letters of recommendation, a personal statement, transcript and test scores, application fee, writing sample, and then there's a thing for international students. So let's go through each of them one by one. So the first one we'll go into is the application and deadlines. So it says that you need to submit an electronic application. It says, please note that the application system requires you to upload your personal statement, writing sample, and resume prior to submission. It says decisions will be sent out electronically to the email listed on your application. And it says, please inform the PhD admission office of any changes to your address, phone number, or email address. You may check the status of your application online. And then it says application typically opens on September 1st. It says please do not start an application before this time. And the application deadline is typically December 1st. And then it gives you, to start or, start your application. All right, so that was the first button. And next one is resume. It says include your resume/CV or in a chronological list. Oh my gosh, you guys, English. Basically meaning that you need to start with the most recent of all relevant employment since high school, including summer jobs and internship you consider significant. It says please also include all relevant volunteer or other experience with service-oriented groups. And it says for each job or volunteer experience, please include your title, the number of months and or years you held the position, and the number of hours worked each week. So that's your resume. And then for letters of recommendation, so it says we require 3 letters of recommendation, and then they have some things that you need to follow, some instructions you need to follow. And then for personal statements, it says a personal statement must be uploaded before submitting the application form. And it says this should consist of a 2 or 3 page typewritten statement describing all of this. So your reason for pursuing a doctoral education at Boston College at this time, your educational objectives, the names of the Boston College School of Social Work professors with whom you would like to work with and why you want to work with them, why you think you would be a good fit for their program, and also your future professional objectives. And then next we have transcripts and test scores. So it says transcripts. You will have the ability to upload copies of unofficial transcripts of all previous college and graduate coursework taken. It says please note that if you're accepted, you'll be required to submit official sealed transcripts at that time. And in regards to GRE scores, it says due to the COVID-19 pandemic and associated challenges with taking the GRE exam, the Boston College School of Social Work will again make the GRE optional for the 2022-2023 admission cycle. It says applicants who choose not to submit GRE scores are strongly encouraged to speak about their verbal and quantitative reasoning ability in their personal statement and provide other supporting materials. Application fee. So it says the $40 application fee should be paid online by the credit card, or you can use check. But it says if you're a U.S. military veteran or full-time volunteer with a recognized nonprofit, such as Peace Corps, Jesuit, Volunteer Corps, City Year, or AmeriCorps, you're qualified for an application waiver. And then for the writing sample, it says submit a piece of writing that shows evidence of ability to think creatively and to write clearly. Published articles, a master's thesis, unpublished papers, or term papers may be submitted as evidence. International student, my favorite people. It says for international students application form, it says please note that the zip code does not work. Okay, and then evidence of Toefl. So it says students who speak a native language other than English must provide evidence of proficiency. It says a video essay provided on your application and a minimum score. Okay, and a minimum score of 100 on the IBT. Okay, and it says the minimum score for the PhD program is also 100. So it says TOEFL isn't required if it says you completed a 4-year bachelor's degree or equivalent, where English is the instruction of teaching, or you completed a 2-year master's program. And for visa authorizations and finances, it says all applicants, including international applicants, are considered for the PhD fellowship. You will be notified of any scholarship award along with your admission decision. It says before a certificate of eligibility for the F1 or J1 can be issued, so you need to do a declaration of finances. So all of that. But yeah, y'all, so that's the first university, or the first college. So Boston College School of Social Work. Our next college that we'll be looking at is the University of Alabama. Now let's just go back first to their finances before we come back up. So right here, so it says students receive 3 years of funding, which includes tuition, health insurance, and a stipend. It says some financial aid is also available from the School of Social Work, including some scholarships, which are administered by their PhD program. So you get 3 years of full funding. All right, let's go back to the top. Welcome to the PhD program, some of the goals, their mission, why you should select their PhD program. And then in regards to the admission process, so it says you spring admission for fall start, the deadline is typically February 1st. All right. So it says over here, I'm trying to see where we can find, maybe we go back to maybe admissions. Let's see. Okay, so we are looking for the PhD program. Social work, I was trying to see if they have it over here. Okay, so PhD application checklist. Let's see. All right, so you need to complete the graduate school application. You need to complete a statement of purpose, a resume or CV, a writing sample, transcript, and you can upload your unofficial transcript on there, application fee, and it says 3 letters of recommendation as well. So those are the things that's needed. So that was University of Alabama. Our next university is the University of Pittsburgh, and in regards to their funding, it says each year the school enrolls 6 to 8 students in its PhD program. It says each of the students receive fully funded, let's highlight. So each of the students receive fully funded tuition support for 4 years. Additionally, all first, second, and third year students will receive a graduate student appointment as a faculty assistant or teaching fellow. Perfect. So let's see. How do we find information about their, so in regards to their PhD, I was trying to see where we can find information. But it says, so in order to get that funding though, it says applicants should contact this email to discuss these opportunities. But let's see, I was trying to see like their admissions, PhD in social work. So it says YPET, PhD qualifications, let's see. Okay, so these are the requirements. So you need a completion of the PhD application, your transcript from undergrad and grad school, optional. So it says GRE GRE is optional. That's awesome with them. Okay. So personal, you need to submit a personal statement that answers this question. You need a writing sample. You need 3 letters of references from professors. And then it says the $50 application fee is waived as well for this year. So that's awesome. Awesome sauce. All right, so that was the University of Pittsburgh. And then our last university is Michigan State University. And Michigan State University have a School of Social Work or College of Social Science. So in regards to funding, it says the school is pleased to offer 5 years of graduate assistantship funding to all qualified incoming students. It says this funding is available to domestic and international students. Full stop. I'm so dramatic. Okay, So graduate assistants, so 5 years, it says completion of the PhD program typically takes 5 years. And, these are the different ways that they break down the funding. And it says for the 2020-2021 academic school year, the stipend was $1,172 bi-weekly. And it says typically it increases as the living increases as well. And then even summer support, so it says incoming students will be provided a minimum of $2,000 per summer for each of the first 2 summers after entering the program. Talks about funding for conferences, fellowships, teaching opportunities. So that's it right there. Let's go in and see international applicants. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it just talks a little bit about some of the documents. So you need like English language proficiency. So it says if your native language is not English, you must complete one of the forms. So either Toefl, Duolingo, else. Okay. Documentation of previous academic training, financial resources. Okay, so those were the 4 different universities that offer a PhD program in social work that are also fully funded. I hope these were helpful. If y'all have any ideas of different other universities that offer full funding for PhD or for masters, like put it down in the comment box below. Thanks y'all for watching. Bye.